6 a.m. in my apartment in my favorite neighborhood in Denver. My apartment is minimalist, but decorated with candles and houseplants in stylish pots. I light one of the candles as I go through my morning routine, meditating and cooking a complete breakfast. I put on an outfit that looks like it came straight out of the Saison catalog and Topo Design's backpack before heading out for the day. I do data analysis for a biotech company. After work, I drive to the climbing gym and spend a couple of hours training before heading home for the night. I make dinner and catch up with my roommate. I like to sit out on her balcony and read, or watch a movie.
What I just read is something that I wrote back in December of 2021. I had to cut out the part where I said I had a boyfriend, but besides that, I predicted the future. My original intention with this video was going to be about how you can accomplish anything you've dreamed of in life, and if you just put your mind to it, you can accomplish your goals. But something happened when I moved into this apartment, which is, in theory, my dream apartment. Suddenly, I was like, actually, I don't know about this. I want to live in a different neighborhood. I want to live in a house, not an apartment. At first, I just thought this was because, I'm used to moving a lot and stability was weird for me or something like that. And maybe that is part of it. But you may have heard about the hedonic treadmill. And I always thought that I was above this. I was like, I'm so enlightened. I meditate. I think I fell for the treadmill. I did a lot of research about hedonic adaptation theory and relative deprivation theory. So this vlog is about how I achieved everything I ever dreamed of, but still it can take active effort to be happy. Maybe that's the thesis, maybe that's not the thesis, but with the magic of video editing, I can always cut what I just said out. What kind of Gen Z forgets my phone in the morning? Only 15 minutes later than I want it to be. Not good at vlogging. Just vlogging on a work day, I don't really have anything to say. I went to work, I did some work stuff. My Garmin was telling me I'm stressed. I think it's because I just bought a bunch of flights for my trip to Asia. I feel like every time I listen to How I'm Feeling, the album, there's a different song that stands out to me. I think it's because of whatever is going on in my life, at the time that I relate to that song. Funky Friday up in here. At the Nike clearance store, just backed in like a champ. I really do need stuff. I have no shoes that function properly. I have no socks that don't have holes in them. Do I need another pair of pink sneakers? Probably not. Do I want them? Relative deprivation theory. When you see someone with better or more things than you and you want what they have and you're sad about what you have. I was talking to my mom once about the internet and she was like, what I don't like about the internet is you can see whoever buying their house in wherever and you compare yourself to them. And back in my day, we were just happy that we were buying a house and we were moving to Kalamazoo, Michigan. It didn't matter. I say that YouTube is one of the few social medias that I am okay using. I don't get jealous of the creators on YouTube. I find their lives kind of inspiring and I'm like, oh, I want to live a rich and fulfilling life like that. And I don't know if that's a good thing because living an interesting life is good. That makes me happy, but what is happiness? That's the whole thing. What is happiness? And if I can't be grateful for what I already have, then maybe that's a problem. I'm fostering a cat right now. His name's Frankie. I'm fostering him because he has a cold. He's really cute, but kind of a menace. to journal before I meditate because he's gonna attack my feet. He loves to attack because I think it helps me. Oh my god, it helps me be like less distracted. He's literally attacking me. Frankie.
Day 28.
Frankie has to go in the bathroom just for 10 minutes while I meditate. These are all the books that I want to read a little bit of this morning, but we only have like 2 hours before I have to leave for my workout. So we'll see how far I get through. He's destroying my puzzle. He's being really badly behaved, so I think I'm gonna let him go on a run. Open the door and he escapes, but he can't really go anywhere, so. Frankie! Now he's gonna be tired, hopefully. One of my go-to breakfasts lately has been like this oatmeal kind of situation. I like my oatmeal really creamy, so I try to add extra water. Then I've been cutting up a banana for like a little bit of extra sweetness and banana-ness. This guy really needs to go, so. Creamy oatmeal, chia seeds, and pecans. If you step on the hot stove, you're gonna be really sad. Maybe 10 minutes later, you have this lovely bowl of oatmeal. OTW to the gym. I'm wearing no-show socks because our washing machine is possessed. Well, I'm like really low on socks. That's the first problem. Second problem is my knees hurt. Third problem is the washing machine is possessed. So I'm wearing no-show socks and I hope I don't have to take my shoes off for any reason. We get little awards at the end of class, like based on our heart rate, some algorithm. I won them all, yay Natalie. And I felt like I wanted to do more, but I had to talk myself out of that because today's supposed to be an easy day, and like luckily that wasn't too hard. That's step 1 of or step 2, or I don't really know. It's like the first out and about step of my Saturday routine. So now we're gonna do some little errands, but they're like really fun errands. I already smell it. All I got was some laundry detergent, and I should have gotten myself some of my favorite bath salt things because I'm running low on those as well, but I kind of forgot to bring the jar, so that's fine. And I can like run out of those and it won't be a big deal, but if I run out of laundry stuff, that will kind of ruin my life. We're gonna walk a couple blocks to the bakery to get some, what do you buy at bakeries? Bread. I like to get the baguette, and last time they didn't have that, so. Bud. Hi! I got my bread and I got myself a morning bun because it's Saturday. Hedonic adaptation theory. Basically, everyone has a baseline of happiness. If something makes you happy or something makes you sad, eventually you will return to your baseline level of happiness. Is there a way to stop the treadmill, slow down the treadmill, and stop relatively depriving yourself? I think there might not be because these are evolutionary adaptations, but there are ways to make it less painful. Researchers believe that happiness is determined 50% by your genetics, 10% by your circumstances. So when we're talking about the treadmill, that's the part when you're up or below your baseline because like you got a new car or you lost your job or whatever. And then 40% is cognitive and behavioral factors. So these are things that like 40% of your happiness can be intentionally changed as estimated by researchers. And I think that's really cool. 16 degrees out when I started this morning. Faced one of my greatest fears of all time, parallel parking on a busy street, like while there are people behind you. On the first try, I ended up on the curb, but because there's snow, it wasn't really like a bump. It just like, I just like rolled onto the curb. I got out of the way enough for everyone to pass by me, and then I was able to straighten it out, and then right after, the car behind me left. So it's really cold out, and I didn't bring a jacket. I like this part of Denver. You guys know how I feel about red brick. This is kind of more happening at night though. I always wear these pants on Mondays because Mondays are really hard. These pants, though stylish and professional, feel like you're wearing your pajamas. Also, this shirt looks like it's tucked in, but you don't actually have to tuck it in. So what I'm trying to say is I didn't do any work this morning. So I want to leave you with two pieces of advice. So remember when I was talking about how I was all enlightened and, you know. Number one is take emphasis off of material things. Material things are impermanent. Like, I never look back and I'm like, oh, I was so happy when I got my new phone, you know? But when I look back on experiences, if I think about, oh, like the time I went to Hawaii or the time I ran the Richmond Marathon, I'm like, oh my gosh, those were such good days. And like, it makes me so happy to think back on that. But I don't think back on like getting my iPhone. Obviously, I'm really lucky to have a smartphone, but I have like not the newest model of it, and I bought it used, and it turns out I actually have a stolen phone and like it's a whole mess, but that's besides the point. What I'm saying is you don't need the nicest things. You don't need to have what other people have, and if you can take the emphasis off of those material things, then you'll feel less deprived and more grateful for the things that you do have, and you can focus more on experiences and feelings. Number two is enjoy the little things. I think the strategy for this is a combination of a lot of things that I've talked about on this channel before. That's variety, mindfulness, and gratitude. Variety, you can spice up the little things in little ways. I love to like rely on my ability to get places without Google Maps and get lost and just like enjoy the adventure of driving down new roads. Make yourself something different for dinner. Even if you're using the same ingredients, do it in a different way. The second part is being mindful. When you are having these experiences, you need to be in the present moment. Finally, be grateful. Everyone talks about this all the time. Gratitude is so good for your health and blah, 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 blah. And if you want to be enlightened like me, start keeping a gratitude journal. The reason that this works is because it shifts your mindset from what you don't have to what you do have. It doesn't even have to be material things. It can be like your friendships and like being able to walk and run. That's one I put down a lot. I hope that this made any sense to you. And if it did, subscribe for more. See you next time.